So let's talk about your first step. Your first step in becoming a person of influence, of getting this incredible asset of friendship, is to empty your mind on paper. Those of you watching this course, there's a workbook that you can download. This is what it looks like. It's called the Ultimate Memory Jogger. It's designed to jog your memory. It gives you so many different categories of people to think about, to be able to empty your mind on paper, to help you remember who you know and people that they know. It's something, I don't know, it's hundreds of categories. And then you have a candidate list. You got a master candidate list, you got a hot market, you got a warm market, you have a cold market list, you have a lead with product list, you have your best opportunity list, you have a long distance list, direct, indirect approach list. All of this is here. It's a free resource for everybody, okay? Now, when I say empty your mind on paper, let me give you some examples of this. In this memory jogger, I'll just give you the big categories, because see each one of these bolded categories on this page? I don't know if you can see it. But underneath that, there's 10 to 50 subcategories. I'll just give you the big ones. Members of your family, lists you already have, social media, your closest friends and those who you associate with regularly, people with whom you play. Who do you play with? Those you do business with. There's a whole list of who is your architect, association member, bus driver, butcher, baker, computer technician, kids, friends, parents, chiropractor, club members, delivery person, FedEx driver, fireman, florist, jewelry, leasing agent, mailman, minister, pastor, pet groomer, photographer, everything you can possibly think of. Anybody think of anybody while I was doing that? Those you've been associated with in the past, a whole list. Those who sold you your air conditioner, your boat, your business cards, your camper, your car, your truck, people you've done business with. I know individuals who are actively looking for a part-time job, are ambitious, enthusiastic. These is all psychographics. I know someone who is, and it's all the occupations, from accountants to yoga instructors, everything possible, who lives in a different city, who lives in a different state. All the states are listed, and literally go through each state and say, who do I know in Alabama? Who do I know in Arizona? Who do I know in California? And grow that list. This is work, okay? I didn't say that this is free. This is work. It's life work. We're going to do this, and then we're going to start bringing value to these people. All the countries are listed. Every country. So go through it. Take the time to go through it. And start there. And don't prejudge. Your job is just fill this list. Okay? Fill the list. Here's the rule. If they're still breathing, they go on the list. If they've said no before, they go on the list. If they've joined your business and quit, they go on the list. How many people here in the room have joined, quit, and then restarted? Take a look around. Good thing somebody left them on a list. Okay? Everybody. And here's why this is important. Once you empty your mind on paper, it makes more room in your mind to think of other people. And as you're writing it down, you go, oh, wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, there's that whole other pocket. Oh, wait a minute. We'll talk about how to invite those people in a different course, but don't worry about the inviting piece now. This is about collecting this database and making it amazing. So empty your mind on paper. Next, 6 degrees of separation. You ever heard of that concept? 6 degrees of separation. It means, the legend says, that with every contact, you're 6 contacts away from every person on earth. You can reach anyone. by who you know and who they know, who they know, who they know, who they know, who they know. By the time you get to 6, you get to everybody on the planet Earth. I don't know if that's true, but I do know the concept works. And here's what I want you to focus on with this one, is the second degree. In other words, once you make your list, go through your list and ask them, who do they know? Who do they know? Well, I know this person. Well, who do they know? Well, they know this, this, this. Well, you still know them too. You got a connection to them. It's just another way for you to jog your memory. The second degree of separation. Who do the people you know know? Now, that's how I used my mom's address book. Call my mom and dad's friends. It was their friends. I knew them, but it was their friends. And I came up with a way to be able to do an introduction and an invitation that worked. Even though I wasn't calling them directly like they could have called them directly. And in my defense, they probably weren't going to call them. Now, I got to tell you another quick story about prejudging, because this is really hard not to prejudge. This person's nasty and mean. I don't want them on my list. It's ugly to even look at their name on my list. Anybody ever deleted somebody out of your contacts in your phone because you were tired of scrolling through and seeing their name? If you haven't, you have those people that hurt, go ahead. You can delete those. Keep them on your list, but keep them off your phone. I had some relatives that were pastors, evangelists, running around, anti-rock and roll. They were. And I thought about them for a second, and I went, nah. First of all, they're busy. You know, they're running around doing all that evangelism stuff. Plus, I like some of the music that they don't really like that much. So I'm not going to call them. Well, later, somebody called them. And they became top 10 in a $1 billion a year company. One of them's here. Renee, you here? Stand up and say hi. I never called this woman. Never. Renee, how much have you earned in your career approximately? About $6 million. You ever see Pretty Woman? You get paid by commission, right? Big mistake. Huge. $6 million. No big deal. And if you add up the family, all the brothers and sisters and stuff, what do you think their combined earnings are? How much? 40 million. Huh? You should have enrolled me. Yeah, I know. I know. 40 million. 40 million in commissions on their side from prejudging. How expensive was that prejudgment? What if I didn't really have that much skill, but I just was willing to do it anyway? What if there was just a chance? What if I just was a friend and I stayed in touch long enough so when their timing changed and they became open to an opportunity, then I'd be the guy there ready to tell them a good story? What if I did that instead of some will, some won't, so what next, and walk out of their life? Which is pretty much what I did. I'm too busy. 40 million later. So, don't make the same mistake. Write them all down. And even if they say no, it's not no forever, it's just no right now. Ask for permission to get back, stay in touch, stay in touch, stay in touch. How much has your life changed in the last 3 years? How much do you think your prospects' lives are going to change in the next 3 years? It's whoever's in front of them and whoever has a relationship with them when their life experience lines up with a network marketing potential that wins. You hear me? Find a way to stay in touch. Be a good friend. Be a giver. Second degree of separation. Your members of your family, who do they know? Your friends, who do they know? Every person, who do they know? And actually, the second degree, social media helps you do this. Facebook will say, well, you know this person, you have these mutual friends in common, you know that person. Here, they'll suggest people you might know. How hard is it? For crying out loud. Not very hard. You don't need a white pages. Just need to go on Facebook and say, Facebook, who should I talk to today? Not very hard.